Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today we're talking Kanye because he's just been sued for sexual harassment and wrongful termination by his former assistant.
This lawsuit has crazy details in it.
Doesn't it? We'll talk about Michael Richards, Kramer. He had his first sit-down live interview and he talks about his infamous N-word rant.
And he said 20 years later, he's less angry. Still angry, but less angry.
I would hope so. Some good news for J-Lo. Her movie Atlas is doing really well on streaming.
But isn't really good to watch.
Yeah, I mean, the reviews are terrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
And finally, we're going to talk about X, or Twitter, is officially greenlighting porn on the platform.
This is crazy. But no Taylor Swift deepfakes.
No deep fakes. I mean, there's been kind of porn or nudity on Twitter.
For a while, for years.
But now they're like kind of
leaning into it.
Yeah, exactly. But to begin with, Kanye West is being sued by his former assistant, a lady named Lauren Pisciotto?
Pisciota, yeah.
Pisciota. She was an OnlyFans model when Kanye sort of discovered her.
Mm-hmm.
And she was earning $1 million a year doing OnlyFans.
So crazy. And apparently she was only showing like lingerie and like bikini shots, and she was just raking in the dough. But she said that her and Kanye actually met because they were working on his fashion line. And he had hired her at the time. And something happened after he hired her where, remember, Kanye kind of got leaned into his spirituality. He became very religious. Well, he allegedly, according to this lawsuit, asked Lauren to be more godlike and delete her OnlyFans and offered her $1 million if she did, which she claims she agreed.
Yeah, she left her lucrative OnlyFans, started working for Kanye, and then he started sending all these texts and all of these weird phone calls where he'd be sort of like jerking off during the phone call and asking her, can you hear it? And sending, allegedly, this is what she says, and also he's sending stuff about like his racist dick. Like, I think I've got a racist dick because, you know, he likes women that look like her.
Yeah, so in the lawsuit, there's like a series of exhibits where you basically provide examples. So it has, you know, these alleged screenshots. She claims there was like videos, like sexual videos that were sent to her. Apparently, at least 2 of these videos that were sent to her included like a sex tape of Kanye having sexual relations with a model. But some of the text messages were insane. These alleged text messages where he...
You read it. I don't... You read it, Charlie.
Oh my God, it's
Charlie
all over
voice.
the place. So one of them is an example, says, see, my problem is I'd be wanting to F, but then after I F, I want a girl to tell me how hard they've been F'd while I'm F'ing them. Then I want her to cheat on me.
Right.
The text messages go like off the wall after that. If you don't think that's off the wall, they go really in outer space.
Yeah, we've got quite a few of them on our website, but he really... She's working for him.
Right.
She is his assistant. And now these text messages, I guess, allegedly exist. These phone calls seem pretty sort of like weird to give to an employee. And sending, you know, sex tapes of your own to your employee, it's just like, it doesn't surprise me that much about Kanye. But, I mean, I don't know why he thinks he can sort of like get away with that to an employee.
Yeah, that's horrible. And she also says that by September 2022, she was promoted to chief of staff for several of his companies and offered a $4 million salary, which is amazing. But however, a month later, he allegedly fired her and but did offer her like a severance, I think, of $3 million, but allegedly never paid.
Never paid it. Another instance, allegedly, he locked them in a room together and masturbated next to her before falling asleep.
Oof.
I mean, my big thing when I was reading this is, what must Bianca think?
Right.
Because
they kind of look alike, too,
well,
these 2 girls.
Kanye's got a type.
For sure, for
He's definitely
sure.
got a type. And all of this was kind of going down around the time that Bianca worked for him too.
Right.
She is
Was
at the,
working for Yeezy as like an architect, right?
so she must, yes, so she must know, they must have been in the same circles at some point. This Lauren woman is his assistant. And so all of this is going down in 2022 and 2021.
One, I think. Yeah.
So I think, so Bianca's in the picture then. I don't know if they're romantic or not, but to be hearing and seeing all of this now, do you think that she would be like, she probably can't speak back to him anyway. It must
Yeah.
be troubling for her family.
Yeah, definitely for her family. I mean, there was a lot of reports that her father like really didn't like the lewd outfits that Kanye was putting Bianca in. So I can't imagine that they like the details of this lawsuit either.
And Kanye's going to be starting a porn company now as well.
Allegedly.
Is that allegedly? He
I
said
don't
it.
think it's happening. Come on.
Right.
How many business ideas has Kanye had and then it never goes anywhere?
Quite a few.
So
quite a
many.
few. He is obsessed with sex though. Like everything we hear about him and from him, he's just addicted to porn.
And I
sex.
think he said in the past, like he actually watched Kim K's sex tape.
Right,
I mean,
that's how they got together.
if you read like his lyrics, which granted it's a song, you know, but the lyrics are very like sex heavy too.
Okay, on to our next story. Michael Richards says he's less angry than he was 20 years ago when he went on his N-word rant. He was on the Today Show speaking to Hoda, and this is what he had to say about that incident.
Oh, the difference. Probably more aware of myself. Anger. Looking at it very closely. It's something that's always with us, certainly with me.
Did you make amends? Do all the things that, you know, did you feel like you said you were sorry and you did all the things that you should have done?
I think so.
Yeah.
Certainly getting to a place where I could forgive myself because I have to move on.
So at long last, he's, doing a sit-down interview. You haven't seen him since
No,
that.
he just disappeared after that whole N-word rant got revealed and released.
Yeah, I mean, as he says, he canceled himself. I mean, cancellation wasn't much of a thing back 20 years ago.
Right.
I think he would have been cancelled. But it's interesting, he just went away and you never saw him again. And then, this year he's decided it's time to release a memoir. Entrances,
Reflect on his life.
Entrances and exits, it's called.
And that's why he is doing like press like this, because he's promoting his book.
Right.
But I do find it like kind of enlightening. I think, he deserves to tell his story and where he's at now. And, he is apologizing for everything. Doesn't make it right? Absolutely not. But I think it is, I think he is allowed to share his story and kind of explain where he was at. Because he said, like, when he went on that rant, like, he hated himself.
Yeah.
And he was like in a dark place, which I think is pretty obvious because he just fell into the shadows after that happened. Like, I think everything inside of him was just bubbling up, and then that had happened, and then he disappeared by his own choice. So it is interesting to see where he is now, and he does seem like he is in a better place.
Yeah, it does. And I know, like, you and I are like the whitest people in the building. So it's not like...
I'm Mexican.
You are?
I'm half Mexican.
You are?
I didn't even grow up with my white family. I don't even know my white family.
You're Mexican?
Yes. And
Oh.
I was raised by my Mexican grandparents.
Oh, wow, Charlie.
I grew up with tamale parties.
Carlos Neff.
Actually, my mom's maiden last name is Cuevas.
Okay. Well, I retract that
so
then.
you are the whitest person.
I know it's not up to us to be offended by what he said. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Obviously, I think he's paid his penance 20 years. He does seem truly sorry. I think that he wouldn't want his life to end without sort of, trying to bookend that whole saga, like,
Yeah.
and talk about it. So I'm glad he is. I hope that, he means it and that people sort of like forgive him for it.
I'm curious, like, what he's going to do now. Like, obviously, he's promoting a book. Is he going to get back into comedies? And is he going to get back into acting? Or does he just, like, do his press and say, like, I'm quitting Hollywood for good? Because it seemed like a lot of this, like, anger that he had kind of stemmed from being in the Hollywood scene. So, Yeah, I don't know if he's really trying to make a comeback. That would be interesting.
He's too old to sort of like. Is he going to
Wait,
go on?
no one's too old.
But like, is he going to go on Saturday Night Live next and do cameos here and there? Like,
do they have older people on Saturday Night Live?
I thought he said he wasn't old.
No, I know, but you're saying.
I don't know.
Look, he has gray hair. Yes.
I think he's just maybe this is sort of like, okay, I'm sorry guys, and that's it from me.
Yeah.
Okay. J-Lo's new movie, Atlas, it's doing really well apparently.
Yeah, which is shocking because there was a bunch of reports about how bad her ticket sales were for her concert.
Yeah.
That she was trying to do like a tour in the summer. She had to cancel that. Our sources are adamant that it didn't have to do with the lack of ticket sales, and Ticketmaster said that the whole concert or was it Live Nation? Live Nation said that the whole show got canceled, and that she wants to spend time with her family. But amid all that, at least she's hit big in streaming for her movie.
Yeah, she plays Atlas Shepard, a data analyst distrustful of artificial intelligence in a sci-fi thriller. Like, that's enough. I've heard enough already.
Charlie,
I'm out.
Okay, I tried to watch like the first 30 minutes of the movie because, when you turn on Netflix, you see it there, and it is #1 on Netflix, like for like what's trending. It is so like cheesy. Like she's sitting in this big robot, right? And she's walking like with the robot, kind of like something you would see in like a Marvel movie.
Mhm.
And, she can't like be outside of the machine because then she'll die because it's like outer space. And it's just so out there. But also I feel like kind of has been done. I don't know. It just felt a little cheesy to me.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, this proves that she's still a big star. And like, she can earn money. She's got earning potential. Even though, I mean, I think that her tour got cancelled because it wasn't selling at shows. She can say it's family, this and whatever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if there was a high demand for her to put on more shows, she would be. If I know anything about her, she's like thirsty and she likes the attention. So she's not cancelling shows that people want to attend. I don't think. But, she's had that drama. She's had obviously the Ben Affleck marriage drama.
Yeah.
So good for her that her movie's doing well. I think it'll be a true test how well it does from now on almost, because I think a lot of people like kind of curiosity click or hate click on things to see like.
Which I think is the reason why it's doing so well is she's in the press right now a lot because of the Ben Affleck drama. And I think you have like J-Lo on the brain and you see the movie and there was a lot of rumors that it was just really bad. And so you hate click it. You watch it. Like I watched it, not necessarily because I was like, let's dive into a great movie where I can express my feelings or whatever, like learn something new. No, I was watching it because I was like, all right, we've been talking so much about J-Lo these past couple weeks. Let me see what this is about.
Yeah, I want to know how many of those 11 million views made it to the end of the movie.
Oh, no.
That would be interesting.
Be 0%.
All right, on to our almost
news.
news. Well, this is great news, actually.
Is it?
Twitter is allowing porn. Well, they're more than allowing it. They're saying, come do your porn on X.
This doesn't bother you at all?
Bothers me because kids are on the platform?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they say that, if you share porn on your account, we want you to put a warning on it. They're trusting that each user to put like a age press this button to see the content. But users don't have to do that, I don't think.
Right.
Like, I think kids are going to be exposed to more porn than they were expecting to see.
Yeah, and also, like, I don't know if you've ever had a big dong sent to you in your DMs, but it is jarring, and you don't want to see that. And, like, when you're on Twitter, I mean, people have been, posting porn on Twitter for so long in the comments. Like, sometimes I'll see, like, a news article, and I'll be scrolling down, and all of a sudden, there's a big dong there. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, it's jump scare kind of thing. Like, I don't want more of that.
Right.
I feel like they should take that away.
I feel like they're kind of competing with OnlyFans in a way now. Because they're offering.
But they're not making money.
They're not making money, but I think they want each user to sort of like, it'd be great if you had subscribers and that sort of stuff. And people, they want to attract. We just covered a lady earning $1 million a year doing
From
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
They want to attract more of those types of women and men and all types of content so that people then sort of like subscribe to get more of whatever that content is.
But then shouldn't that be a different platform? Twitter/now X has always been known for like news. Wasn't like
It's
a
not.
newsy kind of thing?
It was.
Now
It was.
it's evolved to something that's like the deep dark hole.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but I feel like ever since it became X, now my timeline, it's horrible.
Mm.
It's like animals being hurt, fights happening where people are beating the crap out of each other. I'm like, what is my timeline? I hope this is not my algorithm and this isn't like tailored to me. I don't want to see this stuff. And now it's going to be flooded even more with people being like, oh, I can post a dong now. Like,
Right.
oh my gosh, like goodbye, I'm out.
Are you actually out though? Because
No, I'm not. 'Cause
I know-
I'm a reporter. I have to be on there.
But this is the thing, like Elon Musk keeps changing it and doing, and everyone's like, no, this ain't my Twitter. But now it's like, but I needed. That's where my contacts are, so I'm gonna say.
The sad thing is that everyone was like, oh, we're done with X. Like, here's Threads. And everyone got on Threads. I don't think I've been on Threads since.
No, neither.
I know.
I said one thread.
Yeah, I think I did too. And I was like, and my last thread was like, is anyone on this thing? And then I was like, all right, never mind. I'm out.
Okay, hit us with your big segment, Today in History.
Today in history. It is June 4th, Tuesday. By the way, happy return.
Thank you. I was in Vegas for the weekend. It was very good. Thank you.
Vegas with your daughter Peach.
Yes, yes.
What were you guys doing over there? Gambling?
Yes. And also, yeah, my wife's side of the family were going to that, what's it, the Vegas Dome? Is it
The Sphere?
The Sphere.
Oh, yeah.
They went to see the Grateful Dead at the Sphere.
Oh, so cool.
And Peach and I hung back and
Oh, you didn't go into the
I
Sphere?
babysitting duties.
Oh, okay. Look
Yeah.
at you. Good father in Vegas. Okay, well, today in history, this day in 1937. Are you ready for this? I love these inventions.
Oh, it's an invention? Okay, I like that.
The world's first shopping cart was introduced at Humpty Dumpty grocery store in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Shopping cart,
Shopping
huh?
cart.
But I would have thought once you've invented wheels and then you need to put stuff in something. I'm surprised it took that long.
Like, what did people use before? Just like a bag?
yeah, but
Shopped with a bag?
yeah, you can't fit a toilet papers in there.
Yeah.
Okay, shopping
All
cart,
right, all right.
1937.
And by the way, you know what they need to make more of? The smaller shopping carts. Do you know, like the
Oh, the kids'
two-decker one?
Yeah,
They need to make more of those.
and I don't like when it like,
Buckles up.
no, not at all.
Yeah. This day in 1919, going way back here, the 19th Amendment to the U.S. was passed, which gave the women the right to vote.
Oh, congratulations.
Yay! Thank you.
Love that.
Which I feel like is so bad because, like, this year, I know so many people that are like, I'm not voting this election. And I'm
Right.
like, and it's sad that, like, this is our anniversary of, like, we were able to vote.
You guys need a vote.
Oh,
I'm
my
sorry, we need
gosh. It is bad.
you.
It was
Okay, we
bad
got
out
enough.
there.
Last one?
1984, Bruce Springsteen released Born in the USA.
I love that song.
I love that song too. It's like your go-to karaoke song, I feel like.
Not for me, because I was born in Australia.
Oh.
That
Yeah, they need to do a revised version.
would be good. That'd be good.
Also today, birthday, Angelina Jolie's turned 49. Happy birthday, Angie.
Oh, she's fighting with Brad right now.
I know, always.
Okay, Charlie. Well, thank
Okay,
you very much.
Charlie, Thank you.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye.